Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Amanda. Thank you so much for tuning in. All of the products that will be used in today's video will be conveniently linked for you in the description box below. No need to go searching for these items, just click on the link and make your purchase. Now let's get started. So in my previous video, I showed you the difference between what glitter looks like when paint has been applied to the tumbler prior to the glitter application versus what the glitter looks like when paint has not been applied to the tumbler prior to your glitter application. So in this video today, I'm going to show you how to correct your tumbler if you accidentally forget to apply your paint and you go straight in with your glitter. So on this tumbler, we have actually done this design before. However, the process today is going to be a little bit different, and I will actually link the previous video that I posted of this particular design so that you can watch it and see the difference. Because on this tumbler, we're actually doing a peekaboo, whereas in the previous video, we just applied vinyl and over top of the glitter. So what I have done is I've gone ahead and used the epoxy method to apply my glitter. But as you can see, and as I mentioned, I did forget to paint the tumbler first. So I'm going to show you how to correct that without stripping the tumbler and having to start all over. And I mixed up 5 milliliters of epoxy for my glitter application. You may or may not need the entire 5 milliliters. However, on my measuring cups, 2.5 is the smallest measurement. So when you're mixing the 1-to-1 ratio, that does come out to 5 milliliters. You do not want the epoxy too thick or too thin. So just be sure it is coated completely, and then you can apply your glitter. And usually when I create a custom mix of glitter, I always create less than I need, because a lot of times I wind up not using that particular custom mix and it just sits around. So for me, I usually just mix a little bit at a time, use what I have, and then add some more, mix some more. So it's up to you if you want to do a custom glitter mix, or if you just want to use one particular glitter. This is going to be the base glitter for our peekaboo. So whatever color you want to be showing through the peekaboo, that's what color you will do here. So once that epoxy and glitter layer has cured, what you will want to do to make that glitter very vibrant and noticeable, because again, we didn't paint the tumbler, what you can do is just another coat of epoxy and glitter. Or you can go in with like glitter glue, Mod Podge, with, however you apply your glitter the first time, that's how you will want to do it again the second time. So for me, I just went in with some more epoxy, another mixture of glitter, and I couldn't find the footage of this, but this is after the second glitter application. And you can see just how much more the glitter shows up on that second layer of glitter. And then after that layer cured, I did go in with 2 more coats of epoxy, approximately 20 milliliters each. And then I have sanded the tumbler. So you do want to make sure at this point that your tumbler is completely smooth, because now is the time we're going to be adding our stencils for our peekaboo. So again, be sure the tumbler is completely smooth and you have gone ahead and sanded the rim of the tumbler as well. And for this step, you can either use stencil vinyl like I am using, or you can just use some repositionable, removable vinyl that you have on hand. I would steer clear of using permanent vinyl, as that would be very difficult to remove. So for our peekaboo, we're doing thought bubbles in the shape of hearts. And I'm not sure where I purchased this cut file from. However, I will have it linked for you in the description box. And you're just going to place those on your tumbler wherever you would like. And then I have a big like oval in the front, because that is where our Bible verse is going to go. If you are making this tumbler and putting something different on the tumbler, that's where your wording will go. So you want to mask a section off for your wording. Once we have our stencils placed on the tumbler, we are going to spray paint the tumbler, and you can use any color that you want. I am using purple for this tumbler. And once the paint has dried, we're going to go ahead and add some glitter to the tumbler. We're going to do an ombre. So I'm going to go with like the lightest purple and work down to the darkest. But before I do that, I'm going to add some UV resin to my stencils, so it will be easier for me to find them once I apply my glitter. A lot of creators will use magic marker, hot glue, however is best for you. But for me, I struggle seeing my stencils after I've applied my glitter. So I'm going to use UV resin, and I'm just going to place a little bit on the stencils, let that cure, and then go ahead and apply my glitter. And for the ombre glitter application, I will be using glitter glue today. And I'm just going to coat that all over the tumbler and just use a brush to smear it in really well, even over top of our stencil, because again, we do have the UV resin on the stencils so that we will be able to find where we have placed them. So just however you want to apply your glitter, go ahead and do that. For me, I am using the glitter glue on this step. And for our ombre application, the glitters we will be using today are Iris from the Glitter Grind, Thompson from Olive's Glitter Outlet, Argon from the Glitter Grind, Purple Plasma from MAKERFLO Crafts, and Ice Queen, also from MAKERFLO Crafts. Okay, so if you applied your ombre glitter to your tumbler using the epoxy method, you will want to set a timer and pull your stencils off before your epoxy fully cures, because otherwise it is going to adhere those stencils to your tumbler and you will not be able to get those off. However, for me, I used the glitter glue application, so I did go ahead and let that dry, and then I went in and removed my stencils. If you are using the Mod Podge method, you could also let that dry and then remove your stencils. Um, if you are using like a quick setting epoxy, you will want to remove your stencils immediately after applying your epoxy. And as you can see here, the UV resin will pop right off of the stencil, and that just makes it extremely easy to see your stencils so that you can remove them. And once your stencils have been removed, go ahead and seal in your glitters with either Rust-Oleum 2 times clear or glitter glue and water mixture or any other kind of sealant that you prefer. And just to make sure that those glitters don't shift too much, because you're going to go ahead and add a coat of epoxy. And once that has cured, go ahead and sand down the rim of your tumbler and do some sanding on the tumbler if needed. And then you're ready to add your vinyl wording. Now, if you are using some kind of clear cast decal, you will not want any sanding marks to be showing. So you will want to make sure that you have added another coat of epoxy so that it is shiny and smooth. But for me, I am using vinyl, so it is not going to show any of the sanding marks, and I'm just going to clean off my area with some rubbing alcohol so that I can have a smudge-free area to work with when applying my vinyl. So now we are ready to work on the thought bubbles, and I just created like a small offset outline for the thought bubbles, and I'm just going to place those around each thought bubble individually, and then we're going to add our vinyl wording in each thought bubble. Once that has been completed, we will also add some vinyl striping, if you will, around the oval area. I'm going to sort of do two different vinyl applications for this, and they will sort of overlap, so it's not going to be like a perfect circle around the oval, or a perfect oval around the oval, I should say. They will sort of overlap and kind of like look like they're interlocking with one another. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but you'll see it here in just a moment. Now, once you have your vinyl work completed, we're going to go ahead and add this rub-on butterfly to the tumbler. You can opt out of this if you want, or you can add another kind of decal. It's totally up to you, but like the first tumbler that we did like this, they wanted it pretty much the same except for the color. So we're going to go ahead and add another butterfly. And then once that has been completed, you can spray your tumbler with Rust-Oleum 2 times clear just to ensure that the vinyl does not lift. However, I did not seal mine and I did not have any issues with my vinyl lifting. But again, do what you're comfortable with. If you're a beginner, you may want to go ahead and seal in that vinyl just to be on the safe side. And then you're ready for your final coats of epoxy. I believe I wound up adding 2 final coats of epoxy at 20 to 25 milliliters each. And this beauty is complete. Thank you so much for tuning in to watch my video. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope it has inspired you as always. And I hope everyone has a blessed day.